Welcome, and we're really glad you joined us today. My name is Jen Legge Matsuura, and I'm one of the health science librarians and curricular support here at Drexel University Libraries. Prior to joining the libraries, I spent my career running searches, most recently for a local nonprofit focusing on evidence reports about genetic tests. You may be asking yourself, why should I care about precision searching within databases? Precision searching allows you to either focus your search or expand appropriately to find the most relevant information for your research question or questions. In fact, many systematic or scoping reviews encourage or even require that your search strategy be reported prior to publication. Today, we'll explore different ways to expand or focus your search. We'll go over phrase searching and proximity searching, using truncation and other wildcards, how to use fields, limiting to journal subsets, exploring subject headings and controlled vocabulary, creating an alert, and combining searches using history. Many of these strategies work best within the advanced search section of your favorite database. This can look different in different places. In the ProQuest databases, you can navigate to the advanced search by clicking on the advanced search link directly above the default search bar. I've already selected it here, and you can immediately see different options that we'll discuss, such as a thesaurus to the right of the advanced search heading and field options to the right of the search bars. In the Web of Science, the advanced search option is above the default search bar. In Wiley databases, you can click on the advanced search link under the default search bar. And again, here's the different search options under advanced search. And although their advanced search options are not very advanced, even Google Scholar has an advanced search option hidden in the left options bar. We'll mostly be working within PubMed and CINAHL today, but the strategies apply to most databases where there are advanced search options. Here is information about where to get help within each of the databases I'll discuss, plus how to easily get to the main Drexel University Libraries Health Science Librarians Library Guide, tinyurl.com/askduhsl, which is short for Ask Drexel University Health Science Librarians. Go ahead and click on that now. I always suggest accessing databases through this library guide, as it will immediately ask for the authentication from here. So we're going to start in PubMed. The PubMed Advanced Search Builder can be found on the homepage by clicking on the advanced link under the default search bar. Oh, of course. Okay, hang on. There we go. Right away, you can see the Add option to the right of the query box, which allows you to easily add and or not to the search. But since we are here to go beyond and or not, we'll try some phrase searching. Many databases are moving away from this and want you to search without quotation marks, and in fact do things behind the scenes with your search to attempt to simplify it. But sometimes there is no substitute for searching for the exact phrase you want and nothing else. So we'll go back to PubMed. We're going to try searching the phrase medical racism, first without quote marks and then with them. Quick note, I'll be pasting my words from a separate file. My preference is to use Notepad. Notepad doesn't save any of the background formatting, so when I formulate keywords for a search, they can be easily pasted into different databases. We'll go ahead and search this, again without quote marks. There's 1,440 results, and then we'll do it with quote marks. And that brings it down to 9. So if we compare the two, you can see that there are far fewer results with the quote marks. If you are searching for medical racism against other variables, such as pregnancy, it may make sense to use the broader unquoted term. But if you only want to review results for the exact phrase medical racism, use the quotation marks. Proximity searching is a powerful tool that is available in select databases, such as CINAHL. It is not available in PubMed, unfortunately. Proximity searching allows you to either search for words near each other regardless of order, or within a specified distance from each other in order. So since this is only available in CINAHL, we'll go back to our library guide and select CINAHL. In the first example, we'll try medical in 3 racism, again copying and pasting, which will look for medical and racism separated by up to 3 words. So it returns racism in medical education. I get medical racism, racism and discrimination and medical mistrust, as well as other results. And for the second example, we'll try medical W5 racism, which expands the results to include phrases such as medical journals and addressing racism. Let's view those results. Medical education can help fight racism. Nope. Something wonky is going on today with these databases. Let's see if I can get back to those results. There we go. And medical educator strategies for grappling with anti-Indigenous racism. So it really broadens what you're able to search for. Each database has different rules for truncation and wildcards, so know your database. In PubMed, at least 4 characters must be provided, and the shortened term, using an asterisk at the end, must be the last word in a phrase. For comparison, in CINAHL and ProQuest, the asterisk can be used within words to find multiple characters or between words to match any single word. So we'll go back to CINAHL. We're going to try health disparate, where the asterisk is at the end. And actually, when I search, make sure that I want to make sure that the quote marks are in there. So there's health disparate. There's not a lot of choices for the end of health disparate, but you can see that there's a lot of disparities. It would also bring back disparity rather, if there are any, which I don't see. So a lot of health disparities. But as I mentioned, CINAHL also allows for health disparities where the asterisk is at the end of health. So we'll try that one. And that will bring back healthcare disparities as 1 word, but also healthcare as 2 words, and plain health disparities. I don't know if there's any healthcare where it's 2. Not that I see, but it would in fact look for that as well. So CINAHL also allows for the use of other wildcards. The pound or hashtag will find alternate spellings, such as hematology American or hematology British. So if I want to look for all instances of hematology, I can put that in as within quote marks and put the pound symbol within that. And let's see, there's the American spelling somewhere down here. Oh, and there's the British spelling. So it will bring back both results. The question mark within a phrase substitutes for an unknown character, such as if I can't remember if tomography is spelled with an A after the M or an O. And it looks like it, so since it's spelled with an O, these will all be tomography. But if you're not quite sure, that question mark can come in handy. Question marks at the end of phrases will be ignored, so it won't work if you can't remember the final letter of something. In that case, you might want to use an asterisk. In CINAHL, wildcards can also be combined, so you could do both a pound and a question mark, but there are restrictions on this. So for more information, you can look in the help menu, which is up here to the right of the top bar. So let's say I really want to focus on articles that place a high emphasis on health disparities. So while I'm okay with quality improvement being anywhere in the record, I'd like for health disparities to show up only in the title abstract, indicating that this topic is important in the context of the article. We're going to go back to PubMed. And I'm going to copy over quality improvement and health disparities from my other file. And I am going to put the asterisks in there. We're going to leave it at all fields. So there's 255 results. Now what I want to do is again search for the quality improvement and only in the title and abstract. I'm going to put that up here. Change the field box to title and abstract. Add it to my query box. We'll take health disparities from here. Put that back up with all fields. They're ANDed together and click search. So now we'll compare the two results. So you can see that it's 255 without the restrictions and 163 when I limited quality improvement to title and abstract. So there are fewer results due to this change, which is expected based on what I did. There are other options in the field box, so feel free to explore them as you search. Some databases allow you to limit to journal subsets, such as journals categorized as nursing or dental journals. We're going to test this out in PubMed. Oh, let me get to one of those searches that I had. Let's do the quality improvement and health disparities. So you can add those options under additional features on the left-hand side. So since we're interested in journals, we're going to go to journal and I'll select nursing journals. All this does is add it to this left bar. It does not automatically apply it. So in order to apply it, I have to click it. And now my 255 are brought down to 13 results. There are many other options available under additional filters, such as limiting to the subject's complementary medicine or systematic reviews. So explore these as well as you search. Next, we'll explore subject headings, also known as controlled vocabulary, often found using a database-specific thesaurus. Subject headings are assigned to articles based on the content of the article and may be different than keywords that are found within the article. Using subject headings can mean that more relevant results are found beyond the use of keywords. When searching in databases, look for terms such as subject heading, subject, or main subject. It is important to note that subject headings are determined by internal algorithms and humans creating the indexing, making them inherently subjective and biased. They also can change over time as culture changes. We'll explore subject headings within the medical subject headings or MESH thesaurus. I've included an example of a MESH subject tree here. So to show this in action, we'll go back to PubMed. If you go to the main PubMed search page, it's under here, over here under Explore, Mesh Database. And from here, I'm going to try searching for disparities. So I see that healthcare disparities is the first result, and I can look at the scope notes and the year it was introduced. This differences in access to or availability of medical facilities and services seems to match what I'm interested in, so I'm going to click on that. I can review the scope notes again here. Below the scope note is a list of available subheadings. Subheadings have their own scope notes, which can be found by clicking here on this subheadings link. Sometimes I find a subheading that I want to apply, but in this case, I'm not going to select any. I can click the Restrict to Mesh Major Topic box, which will restrict my results to those articles that have healthcare disparities tagged as a major concept, meaning it was determined to be an important concept in the article. Continuing to scroll down, I can see other entry terms and where the search term falls within the tree. Now I want to click Add to Search Builder. I also want to search for subject headings on quality improvement, keeping with my the search I had just done. So we'll put quality improvement in there and click search. There's only the one result, and I can read the scope note to make sure, and it looks like that is what I'm after. I'm not going to select any subheadings, but I will restrict to mesh major topics again. And again, I can add to search builder. This is where I can change what I want to search, but I'm going to leave it as and then click search PubMed. So while in the first keyword search, we got 255 results. Now there are 107. Let me go ahead and I can just show you that. So here was the 255 with just the keywords. Here are the 107. Keep in mind that while there are fewer results than when I searched using the keywords, they are likely to be more relevant to what I'm interested in. Another powerful tool if you are interested in the health sciences is Mesh on Demand. From here, you can copy text from a relevant article, paste into this tool, and it will return relevant mesh terms and similar articles. So we're going to try this on an article about Edith Irby, the first African American to desegregate a Southern medical school. First, I need to find the abstract. So I'm going to type this into PubMed and search. And I'm just going to select the abstract and copy and paste it into the tool. And then click search. And this can take a little while because what it has to do is go through and look for the mesh subject headings that are appropriate to this abstract or whatever I put in here. Usually an abstract. If you did an entire manuscript, I imagine it would take a very long time. So you can see over here the mesh terms to the right. Similar articles are pulled below, and you can even start a PubMed search from here. You can select which ones you're interested in, and then click search in PubMed. And it will pull those together for you. So creating an alert allows me to easily track a topic over time by letting me know about any new results added to the database that match my search criteria, which pushes results to me on a predetermined basis. You often need an account for this, so make sure you have an account in your favorite database before trying this. I can show you that in PubMed. So in PubMed, let's go back to the main screen. You can click login in this top area. And if you don't have an account, you can go to new here, sign up. I have an NCBI account, so I'm just going to log in using that. So after signing in, I'll go back to my searches. So say I'm interested in using this or creating an alert on this search string. I can go to, I can create an alert from here, or I can open it up and create an alert from underneath the search bar. So it pre-populates some of these fields. I can rename the search if I'd like. For instance, the title of the original article. I can review the search terms. That you can see that when I clicked those boxes, it added a whole lot to my search. So I can review those and take out any that I don't think are appropriate to what I'm looking for. You can also set up an alert, and then if you want to stop receiving them for a time, you can select no, but for now, since I want the alert, I'll click yes. You can change, you can make sure that your email is correct, change the frequency. So say I want to receive it every week on Monday. I usually like to get results in an abstract format so that I can easily review them within the email that I receive. Can also change how many items you want to get, and then you would click save. So now I would expect to receive a weekly email with any new items added to the database that fit my search criteria, if there are any. All right. And now you are ready to get really fancy and combine searches using history. This allows you to create individual searches for separate ideas, then combine them to get either a fuller or narrower set of results to review. This feature is especially helpful when exploring many different aspects of a research question, figuring out during the search process which ones work and which ones don't. Being able to combine those that work in the end is incredibly helpful. So back in PubMed, let's see. From the history and search details section under advanced search, I'm going to combine the keyword search that I did, this 163. I want to add that to the query, and I also want it to do the mesh ones that I did. So I'm going to OR them. So I want everything from the title, abstract, and all fields health disparity search, as well as the mesh topics one. And so this is a pretty good list of 260 articles that I'm pretty sure are relevant to healthcare disparities and quality improvement, where the emphasis is on those two concepts. I mentioned at the beginning of this talk that precision searching allows you to either focus your search or expand appropriately to find the most relevant information for your research questions. And my examples today were limited to databases available through Drexel University libraries. I would point out, however, that the concepts applied here allow you to think through your search strategy in a broader way. And these skills are applicable whenever you look for information, including gray literature, which is literature that isn't indexed in a database. So I have a quick wrap-up discussion question for you to consider. Please either jot down an answer for yourself or share in the chat. What do you need to do next in order to successfully implement the things you learned today? While you think about that, you may have questions later. Please visit the Health Sciences Resources page or feel free to email me directly. And on a final note, since this is Black History Month and bouncing off the Edith Irby article, I'd like to draw your attention to this archived article about Drexel's ties to the first African-American women physicians. It's a great read. It's from 2016 on Drexel now.